Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back here to my channel where I play Planet Zoo. My name is Nissa and I just want to mention that we have started a new speed build zoo here on my channel, which is Pine Hut Zoo. So maybe if you don't get notification on all of my videos, which I understand since I put out 10 videos a week, so I understand that totally. But if you want to see my new zoo, it's Pine Hut Zoo playlist is over my channel, and at this point we have 4 videos, I think. Sorry, I record this a week in advance, but I think we have 4 videos out. So we have the big main entrance. We also have a bonus episode, which is just a beautiful mountain with waterfalls outside of our zoos. Then we have the South American jungle, and we have a big part of our night house also built. So there's a lot to see over there. If you want to see it, you are very welcome. And as always, I welcome everyone who wants to be a part of this channel, who have or which has 2 main goals. One is to show up all of these beautiful mods, and the other one are more educational, where I really want to teach you more about the animals and the world that they live in. So please feel free to join me over there as well. However, today we're gonna talk about the Hills Ruffed Lemur. And honestly, I'm not sure what's the difference between this and the black and white rough lemurs that we have in the game. Basically, I searched for Hills Ruffed Lemurs and all I got was black and white rough lemurs. So I'm not sure what the difference is, but maybe we can see that in a minute. I am going to take them up side by side, along with another lemur actually also. Just to compare them a little bit to some of these subspecies that are very narrow together, I feel it very helpful to see what is the difference actually. So we're gonna look at that, but let's get in here. And why don't we do that before we do a close-up? Oh, before I forget, we have reached 62 subscribers on my channel. It's amazing. I went to sleep and then we wake up with 3 more, and I thought it was amazing, and then an hour later or something like that, we reach even more. So yeah, please always subscribe if you want to. Again, I welcome everyone who wants to be a part of my journey here in Planet Zoo and with all of these animals. But let's take a look here. We have the black and white ruffed lemur male. We put him down here. Then we have the white-belted black and white ruffed lemur. It's not the one we're gonna look at today, so we dump him over here. Video will be up later today on them specifically. But it's just here, I just want to compare them fast. And here we have the Hills Ruffed Lemur. So let's see what happens. Ta-da! Yeah, the white-belted out here, I think it's clear to see the difference. They are all males, so that doesn't affect anything here. This is not even black, it's gray. Actually, when I look at it. These two over here, however, the one for the game, black and white and black. Black and white ruffed lemur and the Hills Ruffed Lemurs is very, very, very closely related, it seems. It does seems to be a little bit bigger. I think I also gonna compare their stats, to be honest. It looks thicker, not even like very heavy compared to it. They can also stand in a different way, but the tail here is also seems thicker. The face, however, seems to be very much the same on all 3 of them. Again, the color here is more gray. We have more black up here on the one from the game. I'm gonna call it the one from the game so you know what I mean. have more black here. It does also appear here to go up on the belly, but not on the legs. So there's a difference there. But besides that, they seems really goddamn similar. But let's jump into Supedia. I don't feel like look at all of them in Supedia. It's just these two, I think, because the other one was actually a little bit more different than I actually thought it would be. Hills Ruffed Lemur, they are critical endangered, and there are 10,000 of them in the wild. Someday I will figure out a way to have my mic up here so I can see my keyboard. There. So there's 1,000 to 10,000 of the black and white ruffed lemurs. The one for the game here live in Africa, more specifically Madagascar. The same over here, though they don't use the same amount of space down here. They live in tropical, both of them. 20 square meters of land and 15 of climbable area. They live from 14 to 42 degrees Celsius, and you need a grade 4 climb-proof fence, 9.9 feet, that's 3 meters. Over here, we're just gonna see 2 to 16, no matter gender, but only one male if there's also females. No dominance. They are promiscuous, neutral around humans, and guests can enter the habitat. And if we jump over here, I actually expect this to be the same. No, they are matriarchal. I'm not. I know I don't pronounce that right, but you know what I try to pronounce. Differences here. The rest of it is the same. A lot of these mods that are very, very similar, unless there's something specifically that tells the new species apart from the other, the modders actually rarely change these kind of things. The males are 60 centimeters tall when standing, and the females 70. That's actually a good kind of miniature. When standing, we know what that means. Live for around 25 years and 3.6 kilos. That's around 7 pounds. This was the one for the game. I'm just gonna jump over to the hills. Again, 22-inch body. 24-inch tall. And 24-inch, that's roughly the same, but these don't live as long. They only live for 19 years, so that's around 6 years shorter. And they weigh 1 pound less, that's 2 kilos less. Reach sexual maturity at age 2, reproduce until they die, 1 to 4 offspring every year, and they're pregnant for 3 months, around average to give to reproduce in captivity. And here, I love this. I love when they go in and give them interspecies enrichments, though I would also love them to have interspecies enrichment with the other lemur mods. But again, I haven't actually checked this if it's the same modders, but sometimes it actually appears that mods have interspecies enrichment with other mods. But they will only appear if you have all the mods. I haven't installed all of the lemur mods yet. There are 8 at this point, so we are gonna look at this here Thursday, Friday, and then Monday, Tuesday, and next week. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to show you there. I think they use the same. I actually didn't check, but I think it's the same as the lemur. Yeah, it's exactly the same here. So probably also here. So we have the block of ice, cardboard boxes, both of them, mirror mobile, musical keyboard, rubber ducky, the 3 small balls, and the sprinkler. And for food enrichment, we have the block of frozen fruit, the forester, the small fixed roller feeder, the suspended forester, and the fruit spike tree. Now, one thing I actually want to check up on right away is whether we have change in gender. So we put a female here and a male here. I'm not sure if there is, but I know some lemurs have gendered things around them. Here it actually seems like the female over here is less pigmented in the black. You can't white is exactly 0 pigment, so you can make white more white with less pigment. But here you can see the fur seems gray compared to the male over here. I will just clarify the what's it called, the white belted black Ruffed Lemur we looked at before that had the gray color was also a male, so it's not the same issue as or difference that we have here. The feet, again, the females are more grayish, where the black over here is more black. It also seems actually on the male that the black has a warm tint to it. As you can see, it have a very not light, but a very light hue of brown in it. You can see that particularly here, but also in the dip on the fur, where the female are very cold tone. Here you can see it's a little hue of bluish gray we have over here, so that's also a different. However, the faces seems very much the same. They both have the beard. I would like you to turn around, but oh, are you? Yeah, you're a baby. We're gonna look at babies later. They do not swim. I don't think any lemurs swim, but I just wanted to mention that. Are you also a baby? I just want to find one who stares into the sun. Are you? Yeah. This is Fanambi. I think it's called. It's a male. And overall, they are quite beautiful. I do like actually these grayish colorations we see in here, which I actually don't think is gray. I think it is the white strands of hair overlapping with black strands of hair in here. This is a theory. I don't know, but I feel like that's what it looks like to me. The eyes is extremely goofy. It looks like they're too narrow. However, a lot of carnivores have these very eyes like we have, that's narrow and look forward. And a lot of prey animals, deers, squirrels, and so on. Not squirrels, actually. Chickens, a lot of animals that other animals eat have their eyes more to the side, so they can see a bigger view, where hunting animals need to zoom in on the prey they are hunting, so therefore they need to have a very narrow eyesight. This looks extremely goofy. It looks like the eyes is wider than ours, but this side is very narrow, and it seems weird to me. I also actually are a tiny bit disappointed because of the eyes, because we have seen so many beautiful eyes the last couple of weeks. For a mod in any other game, the eyes here would look just fine. But because the level of eyes in Planet Zoo mods at this point are so beautifully made, that makes this pale in comparisons, basically. But again, it doesn't mean that it is a bad mod. It's just because the bar is so high in Planet Zoo. At this point, we have the glitching going on. Keep in mind that might be my computer. The reason why I went down here is just to show you that tooth. Again, I didn't see a picture of this specific lemur. I'm not sure if it have a tooth in the middle. It just doesn't seem normal to me. But overall they are quite beautiful. This actually also have the cool tone color that the female has, so maybe it's not a gendered, but maybe we have just two different coloration going on. That's also a possibility. But let's get right into the fur here. Sorry, let me see how close I can get. We have a very good texture here going on. I try not to touch anything so I don't move the camera here. But ruffed lemurs are very fluffy, and fluffy doesn't work in Planet 2 normally. But this works very well. We have a little bit of blurriness going on here, but it's extremely limited compared to what we have seen other places, so it's actually done very well. They also chose to make the beard very compact. Ruffed lemurs can have this very thickly healthy beard, but it can also be much more thinly, and that would make it seem less compact. By making it more compact, we get rid of that same amount of blurriness, and I think it was a really wise choice here. Anyway, we need a baby. The baby, not your baby. This baby. This is Tanyona, I think, and he's 1.4 years old, and it is not the most baby-like baby we have in the game, but it is a baby in the face here. Because the ears are covered, we don't get that big fluffy ears that most monkeys or lemurs have when they are babies here, because they're completely covered by fur. But you get this bigger eyes compared to the face, a more rounded face, and the snout here looks like it grows in the length before in the whiteness, which again makes it look more baby. The tail is also much thinner, and the body looks more agile and less heavy. So overall it looks like a baby. Again, I like those little more cartoonish babies more, but that doesn't mean this is a bad mod at all. It's just a more realistic mod. And again, a lot of these things are personal choices, so I won't say anything bad about it. Again, I'm pretty sure it's made on a lemur rack. However, I'm not sure if the black and white ruffed lemurs were out when we got this one. So it might be another lemur, but it is definitely a lemur. You can see that in the stature, the way they walk, the way they move overall. And overall, the lemur animations when they climb is a little less bumpy than the monkey animations. I'm not sure why, but it's just something I have noticed in the game. It still, of course, make these janky movement overall, but it seems to float more naturally and more beautifully. Just a tiny little thing I noticed. Anyway, guys, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so you know the next time I upload a video. I really hope to see you again, either in the comments below or in the next video. Bye, guys!